And good morning. It is 8:39, and joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Public Library, Tracy Frie back with us, and also Diana Velazco. Good morning, ladies. How y'all doing today?
Good morning. Fine. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. So, big weekend coming up for the. To be honest, every weekend's a big weekend at the library. There's always something going on every weekend, whether it's stuff for adults, stuff for kids, stuff for adults and kids. Pretty much every Saturday, you can count on something happening at the library.
Yes.
So, but this one with the Halloween weekend approaching here and all that, one of the, we were just talking during the break. One of the bigger, more popular events each year at the Roswell Public Library is the celebration of Dia de los Muertos. Which, what I love about it is, it gives a chance for everyone to learn why Dia de los Muertos is why it's celebrated, why it's, it's because, unless you grew up in that culture, which, a lot of people around here, some have, some haven't, and so you just don't understand it. You see the skull, the sugar skulls and the mask, and you're like, oh, this is cool. It looks cool. I just want to dress up like that. But they don't know the meanings and the history behind it. And so this is why I love the library, because, the kids come and have fun and make sugar skulls and do all the things that are part of Dia de los. But now they understand why they're making sugar skulls, why the story, the songs, the music, the reasoning behind Dia de los. They kind of learn all that.
Yes, and especially the holiday, it has to be unforgettable for them.
Yeah.
So that right now, at this moment, the library, it's so colorful. They will see flowers and skulls everywhere. But we want to make sure that they will understand this is about learning about a culture.
Yeah.
And it's not exactly like a Halloween.
Sure.
So now, by this time, our children at the library, they already know the differences.
Yeah, usually they're probably teaching the parents the differences in the stories and all that. So.
Oh, yes, sir. And they're willing now to understand and also to participate. They're being asking it. Can they be part of it? How to make, for instance, an altar? Mm-hmm. Because we're going to be teaching them. We're going to be encouraging us as well to have an altar on their own.
Okay.
It's not something that belongs to just a particular culture, just to a particular ethnicity. Mm-hmm. And they're willing to learn, and they're willing to build their own.
Sure. Well, and I mean, we live in a world where all our cultures are melding together. As we get more technology, more advancement. You always hear the world's getting smaller every day. They used to say it all the time when I was a kid. Now, it was an ocean compared to, back then compared to today with the internet and everything else. Right. So you're seeing people adopting aspects from other cultures or melding cultures and melding things together. And like you said, making your altars and things, sure, if that's not something you didn't grow up with, it may seem foreign to you, but once you understand why you do it and the reasoning behind it, that's probably something you can get behind. You know what I mean? And it's like, once you understand, we do this to bring peace or to bring health or to bring to give some,
right.
When you learn the reasons behind things, then you're like, okay, I love that concept. I'd like to adopt it. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like when I was a kid growing up, they always put the horseshoe above your door. And if you put it, you had to put it with the open door up. Mm-hmm. And that's how, if it was down, the luck falls out. But if it's up, it captures good luck. And I know it's a wives' tale or whatever it is, but up at my Air Force days, I had this horseshoe I got as a kid. And I used to stick it up above the door, and till I got married, that thing was in pretty much everything. Why I don't know. It's just culture tradition that someone told me, and I really thought it was a great idea. So. I think, a lot of Dia de los Muertos, I think people that are learning it will kind of adopt or understand some of that.
And especially when they bring the older people, like if they bring their grandparents,
mm-hmm.
they're going to feel embraced. They're going to remember. Their memories will come back to them.
Sure.
Especially because on our agenda, according to our tradition, to the Dia de los Muertos,
mm-hmm.
always has to start with a blessing to those ones who passed away.
Okay.
So we're going to start with a blessing. Father Lalo will be there at the bonding room.
Okay.
So they're welcome to bring their pictures, especially a copy picture.
So if you've got someone you'd like to bless or someone, a family friend, definitely use this as an opportunity to
bring.
and to do that and to teach the younger members of your or the older, the ones who don't know either, the traditions of this beautiful holiday.
Yes, and soon after that, we're gonna give we have some certificates for those children who won the contest for how to become bilingual, or I mean, how to be bilingual.
Okay.
White. I'm sorry for that. The correct question was, why is it important
Yes.
to be bilingual? And they have some certificates. And soon after that, soon we have the folklore dance, Así Se Baila.
Okay.
They will be performing there, and they will do amazing, even with a candle. It's not a real candle, but just
and that's
thinking of
the traditional dance and everything. Yeah, I imagine the dance got a little faster when that candle started burning and that wick started getting the wax on your head. It's like, our dance faster.
Very fast. No,
I'm sure they got an LED version for safety.
Well, we're thankful that they're not going to have a real candle.
Gotcha.
But they're going to show their
Absolutely.
performance.
But they see the pageantry, they see the meaning behind the dance, they see and get the understanding of why we do this and why we celebrate it this way. So I love that.
And soon after they have the dance, the folklore dance, we're going to have the explanation of what is the altar. A nice lady will be explaining at the Spanish area as well. And then on the children area, we're going to have what kids love, face painting.
Yeah, the projects and
the
getting their hands dirty a little bit and all that good stuff.
Yes. And just to let you know, we made the sugar skulls at the library.
Gotcha.
So we have enough sugar skulls for the children.
So you guys know exactly how many to make and everything to get.
You get to see me how was.
Lord, I hope so.
I mean, I've been working on that project day and night for.
Sure. And I
months.
imagine, just curious, what's the process? I mean, how long does it take to make a batch of sugar skulls? Is that pretty intensive?
First time last year, it was my first time making it.
Okay.
And it took me like from around 8 to 12 hours to make a set of 6 sugar skulls.
So there was a lot of learning in that 12 hours.
Yes. This time we doubled the quantity. Actually, we have maybe like 3 times the quantity as the last year.
See, now you all
We're
experts.
getting into it,
Give a year, you're an expert now.
Yes. The best
Probably do them in your
thing.
sleep.
Well,
She's like, I was dreaming about it.
Well, I think I will sleep until Sunday.
Yeah, it's like, sleep, what's that?
Well, but I mean, the best of all this, they're going to enjoy the time. They're going to be generations getting together, all generations with new generations. They're going to spend time, and everybody will be willing to take something with them. Maybe hopefully we have everybody of the community coming in, but everybody, we're expecting to take something with them.
Memento, a keepsake of the event.
Something to remember. Because even the Spanish Chamber, they're going to provide bread that is called bread from Dia de los Muertos for the adult people.
Nice.
So if you don't get a sugar skull, you might get the cookie skull, or you might get the flowers. They're going to learn how to make the flowers and the papel picado.
So if you're like diabetic, maybe go towards the
do
flowers.
Something else. That would be a good idea. And the face painting that you can use also the face painting through the day. You know, there are more events going on around the library, in the community.
Yeah. Well, that's just it. There is a lot going on with churches and organizations doing fall festivals and trunk or treats and things like that. The library is offering something equally as fun here, but now you get to learn a little culture, a little history, and this is something I love because I didn't grow up here. I grew up in Maryland, and so I didn't come to New Mexico to 2000. So learning about things like Dia de los Muertos and Zozobra, when they do Zozobra, earlier in the fall, learning these New Mexican. These are that one's more of a New Mexican thing, but these are all new cultural things to me, and it's cool to learn. And then you learn all the why it's done this way, and like with Zozobra and Dia de los Muertos and events that talking about these kinds of things. And from someone on the outside, you're like, wow, burning a big guy, that's weird. Or ooh, these skulls, that's kind of scary. What's going on there? And then enough Spanish to know muerto means dead.
Yeah.
And but then you learn everything, and you're like, okay, this is like an honoring of, and then and it's just, to me, that's where it's cool, because once you peel back the layer, then you're like, oh wow, this is way more intense than I thought it was, and I think, and that's why I love it that library is using this opportunity to expose as many people to this culture and to these things that we may know this much about, and half of it's probably wrong, and then and then we turn out, we learn, we get our eyes opened a little bit on what that actually means.
Yes, and we also have an exhibition of Catrinas.
Okay.
We have a window exhibition, and you're going to see a collection. Somebody provide us the collection of Catrinas, and also we have the information, a copy of the original picture of what it's called La Catrina Garbancera from the 1900s.
Oh, wow.
And they can read the history, what it means, and why is the purpose of that.
Interesting. Read about the history in a historical thing and see historical things. Very cool. Now, it's going to all happen this Saturday at the Roswell Public Library. What time is everything kind of getting underway?
Okay, everything is okay. The doors will open at 10, but everything would start at 10:30 until 1.
Okay.
But given the respects to the blessings, we're going to soon after the Father Lalo finish his blessings.
Gotcha.
But
well, that's probably the one kind of more somber moment of the event there, is at the beginning, and then after that, then it's more about the fun and singing and learning of the history and the dancing and the pageantry side. But,
there you go.
But at the beginning, we honor those that we have lost. So
just make sure to stop every single area that we have through all the library.
Yeah.
Because it's everywhere. It will be like on the young adults, on the adult section, and also on the children's sections as well. And they will get something. Every place that they stop, they will get something. Yeah,
they get a little. And so if you want to be a part of the blessing part, you want to be there right about 10:30.
Right.
But if it's Saturday and you got things and you're like, I want to do this, but I can't make it till 11. Okay. But like you said, don't go too late, because you do want to have enough time to hit all the different stations and things. But if you're not available till 11, don't let that stop you. Come on down and be a part of the event. But if you do want to be a part of the blessing at the beginning, that you want to make sure you're on site at 10:30 for that, and bring your own pictures and things of your loved ones, please. That's there's strength in numbers, and if you're dealing with grieving process and stuff still, please come out and use this as a maybe a tool or a way to help you deal and navigate through your own grieving and things like that. We can be functional as well as educational. Very good. So what time's everything wrapping up on Saturday? So we went
till 1 p.m.
Till 1 p.m. So so I would say noon is probably the late. Like, if you're getting there past noon, you're going to have trouble doing everything. I'm thinking
they
at
might
that
be
point.
out of sugar skulls or what have you.
Yeah. So, but please, if you can't make it till late, come at least have some fun. But if you're trying to do everything, the closer to 10:30 you're there, the better off you're going to be.
Right.
But it is come and go, free to the public.
Right.
All we ask is that you come and be a part of it, and come ready to have some fun and to learn and to celebrate Dia de los Muertos.
Yes, and don't hesitate to stop outside the library. We have the story of Dia de los Muertos on the walking
story wall.
On the story wall there, so you can go and read for yourself. So and then you walk through the doors, and now you're already an instant expert. Like, I know, I read the story.
Sure it is.
But that's great. That's awesome. And you're reading. That's exactly what you want you to do at the library, is read. So, but again, that's this Saturday. But I know, Tracy, there's a whole lot more going on after this. And is there anything up before Saturday we want to get on people's radars?
No,
movie nights or anything?
No.
Okay.
But on Halloween.
Okay, Monday,
if you come through the library and say trick or treat in your dress, you'll get a treat.
There you go.
You can trick or treat at the Roswell Public Library.
Yeah, so when you're out trick-or-treating, or not quite started trick-or-treating, when you come in costume there to the library and just say trick-or-treat, and you'll get a trick. I'm sorry, you'll get a treat. You'll get a treat, not a trick. I'm just kidding.
You're too silly. And That will be happening from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Monday.
Okay.
So, I mean, the little ones, if they're, the parents want to get them out of the house for a
Sure.
little bit, just come on through.
And if and if you're going to come Monday to, get new books or whatever anyway,
Right.
you just put your costume on a little earlier and score some free candy.
Right. Exactly.
Don't use the candy wrapper as a bookmark.
Oh,
Don't do that.
Okay.
Well, I'm one of those people that kind of is that.
it was you.
No, not that savage. But I'm a man of convenience with my book. Mine usually it's the receipt.
Yeah.
Like from what.
That's too bad.
Yeah. So I'm sure you probably. I know I'm not the only one. I'm sure
No.
you guys thumb through books and there comes the receipts and everything else.
Right.
Does he ever get money? Money ever fall out?
I think maybe I haven't actually come across any, but I think my coworker did.
Well, hopefully they're a big timer and used 100 to
No,
move.
no.
It was probably $1.
Probably.
But let's talk about so that's on Halloween Monday.
Yes.
What else is coming up we want to put on people's radar?
Just to remind everybody that November 5th, Saturday, is going to be our chess club. Which
Okay.
is very important. A lot of people are calling about that.
Good deal. So
And that's
it's getting
from-
some popularity. People want to learn
Yes.
and well, it's one of those games that's easy to learn. It takes a lifetime to master. It's one of
Right.
you learn the rules in about 10 minutes, and to get good at it takes a lifetime.
Right. So that's November 5th, Saturday, and that's going to be from 10 to 2. And that's
Okay.
always the first Saturday. And then we have our normal Saturday events in November where it's Legos or a STEM project, or, for instance, on the 12th, November 12th, we have Nail It, and that's creating, it's sort of like a Rice Krispie treat. It's called Nailed It. Amateur bakers of all levels
Oh, okay.
are invited to participate in a friendly literary bake-off featuring Rice Krispie treats.
Okay. So it's kind of like a cake, like one of those cake
They're going to decorate
challenges,
it.
but with Rice Krispie treats. Cool.
Exactly.
I like it. So if you watch Food Network or one of those, and you see those cake decorating shows
Right.
and competitions, think it's something in the style of that.
Right.
Very cool. All right.
And then, of course, on the 13th, which is a Sunday, we're going to have J.D. Cox come in to perform.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to have a craft with that. So if you bring
Okay.
your kids with you to hear him sing, we'll have the children will be allowed to make little Christmas stockings.
Oh, nice.
Just preparing us for Christmas.
Absolutely. And
Yep.
and of course your kid's going to want to put that on the
Yeah.
mantle with the rest of the stockings
Right.
and everything there, and that's part of the coolness of it.
Right.
Tis the season to put all the
Oh,
cool
yes.
kids projects up on the tree or in the
On the
on the
mantelpiece.
mantle there or whatever. Yeah. So.
Yeah. And then, like the week of November 20th, the kids are out of school because it's that
Thanksgiving
week.
break, yeah.
And the 21st, which is a Monday, we're going to have at 2 o'clock, we're going to have a movie, Spies in Disguise with popcorn. So if your
Okay.
kids are out of school and you're not quite yet baking yet or whatever
Sure.
for Thanksgiving, if you want to just get out of the house
Yeah. Before the
well-
craziness begins at Thanksgiving in the home.
Right,
and
as
all
we
that.
get closer to Thursday,
Yeah.
it won't be that quite as easy. But if you want to bring them, if someone comes out of town and you want to just bring them into the movie to
Sure.
see it,
Yeah, come
we'll
see a
have
movie.
popcorn.
Free popcorn.
Exactly.
And you kick back with family and enjoy a movie. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Is just coming. And then while you're there at the library, you feel free to, walk the bookshelves and maybe check out a
Right.
book or two. You can do that
Right.
too.
Exactly.
And we also have the weekly programs. Like on Tuesday, we have Mother Goose and the Loose.
Story times,
yes.
the kind of the old story times, like for
Right.
folks who've been at the library for years and
I
things.
personally run the Mother Goose and the Loose.
That's yours.
Yes,
okay.
that's one, and it's for newborns up to 3 years old.
Okay.
Pregnant ladies are welcome to go
Okay.
and see, and most of it it's supposed to be just nursery songs.
Okay.
But I get the advantage to go and try to cover up over fine motors, gross motors,
Gotcha.
cognitive area,
Sure.
arts and
Yeah,
crafts.
it's all development
And
skills. Yeah, absolutely.
something that they can take home and they can keep practicing.
Now,
so it will be easy for them to transition in order to go to school
Yeah,
or a daycare.
absolutely. It's
And
definitely.
on Wednesday we have story time as well, and music and moment.
Is that the Wednesday story times? That's the one where it's bilingual, right? Where
No,
it's
Tuesday at
Tuesday
5
at 5.
o'clock.
Okay. So
That's
that, and
fine.
that's where I was
Yes.
getting in. I'm assuming you're the story
Yes.
time for the
Yeah.
bilingual
No, that's
as well.
me butchering. No, Diana's doing it.
Yes, and actually that one is open. Also, it is also we have English stories as well in
Okay.
the evening, especially for those parents they can't attend in the morning.
Sure.
So they're welcome to come in the
Yeah. But I've been telling Tracy and I've been talking every time we talk about that event. I was like, I don't care if your child speaks a lick of no Spanish at all. Bring them to both. Have them sit in the English version and the Spanish, because you're doing nothing but serving that kid well. Because the time to teach children foreign language is when they're young.
Right.
By the time we get to high school and stuff, it doesn't absorb as easily. But when they're in that age, before school or early school,
Right.
that's when that stuff gets absorbed, and they probably will speak fluent Spanish and English, by the time they're school age. They keep at it and keep practicing. So very good.
It is. And even our parents, they're learning. They come and say, "Hola, Diana," and they're saying few words in Spanish.
It's great. It's great. I love it. It's an absolute. We're about out of time here. Give out phone numbers if anybody has questions about anything. Is there any events we definitely wanted to cover that we?
I think we covered everything.
Is there anything we missed? Okay, I just looked up and said, "Oh, dang, it's 9:00."
Okay. So our hours are Monday through Thursday, 10 to 7.
Okay.
Friday and Saturday, 10 to 6. Sunday, 2 to 6. And if you have any questions about any of our programs, our phone number is 575-622-7101.
Yep. And don't forget, you can follow the Roswell Public Library on Facebook and Instagram.
Right.
And you can always go to the city's website, roswell-nm.gov. You'll find the tab to go to the library, and that's where you can check out material and all kinds of stuff there. So very good. Well, thank you, ladies. Thank you very much. And don't forget, come on out, Dia de los Muertos, 10:30. At the Roswell Public Library this Saturday. It's going to be a big event. Come and celebrate with all of us here. So good deal. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
It's 9:00. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.